What's up, everyone? Get ready, because we are about to subtract mixed numbers with like denominators. Okay, let's look at number 1. 9 3/11 minus 4 5/11. I am subtracting, so I know my denominators have to be the same. 11 and 11 are the same, so I'm good to subtract, and I can start following my steps. Step 1 is to subtract the fractions. So 3/11 minus 5/11. I can't subtract because my bigger number is second and my smaller number is first. So I'm going to have to regroup to an improper fraction so I can subtract. Here are my steps for regrouping. I'm going to subtract from the whole and add the whole to the fraction. So here's my whole, 9. To subtract from the whole, I can subtract 11 over 11. I chose 11 as my whole because that is the denominator in my fraction. And then I can add 11 over 11 to my fraction. Now I'm going to rewrite the part now that I've added and subtracted. So 9 minus 1 whole equals 8. And 3/11 plus 11/11 equals 14/11. Then I'm going to subtract, and then this stays the same, 4 and 5/11. So now I can subtract the fractions. 14/11 minus 5/11 equals 9/11. And then subtract the wholes. 8 minus 4 equals 4. And I get an answer of 4 and 9/11. So I can put that in my mixed number spot. Let's practice making it into an improper fraction so we don't forget how. First, we multiply. 11 times 4 equals 44. And then we can add on the denominator. So 44 plus 9 equals 53. So my numerator is 53. My denominator is going to stay the same. It's 11 to get 53/11. Number 2. 2 5/10 minus 1 6/10. I'm subtracting. My denominators are the same. I'm going to start by subtracting the fractions. 5/10 minus 6/10. 5/10 is smaller, so I can't subtract. I'm going to need to regroup to make an improper fraction. So I'll subtract 1 whole from my 5 and add 1 whole to my fraction. To rewrite the part, 5 minus 1 whole equals 4. 5/10 plus 10/10 equals 15/10. And then my second mixed number stays the same, minus 1 6/10. Now I can subtract the fractions. 15/10 minus 6/10 equals 9/10. Subtract the wholes. 4 minus 1 equals 3 to get an answer of 3 9/10. So I'll write that in for my mixed number. To make it into an improper fraction, I can multiply. 10 times 3 equals 30. And then add 30 plus 9 equals 39. So my numerator is 39. My denominator stays the same, so it's going to be 39/10. Number 3, 9 2/4 minus 6 1/4. If I'm subtracting, my denominators have to be the same. 4 and 4 are. So I'll start with the fractions. 2/4 minus 1/4 equals 1/4. I can actually do that this time because my bigger number is first. Now I can subtract the wholes. 9 minus 6 equals 3, and I'm good to go. My next mixed number is 3 1/4. To get an improper fraction, we can multiply. 4 times 3 equals 12. And then add on the numerator. 12 plus 1 equals 13. To get 13, or my numerator, and my denominator stays the same, so it is 4. 13/4. Number 4. 7 4/9 minus 5 8/9. First, I'm going to subtract my fractions. 4/9 minus 8/9. 4/9 is smaller, so I can't. So I will subtract from the whole. Minus 9 over 9, because my denominator is 9. Add to the fraction, plus 9 over 9. Rewrite the part. 7 minus 1 whole equals 6. 4/9 plus 9/9 equals 13/9. My second mixed number stays the same, so minus 5 8/9. And then I can subtract my fractions. 13 ninths minus 8 ninths equals 5 ninths. And 6 minus 5 equals 1. To get a mixed number of 1 and 5 ninths. To change that into an improper fraction, we can multiply. 9 times 1 equals 9. Add on to the numerator. 9 plus 5 equals 14. To get an improper fraction, 14 ninths. On the back, number 5, 9 and 5/7 minus 3 and 3/7. I'm subtracting, so my denominators need to be the same. 7 and 7 are. Start by subtracting the fractions. 5/7 minus 3/7. My 5 is bigger, so I can get 2/7. Subtract the wholes. 9 minus 3 equals 6, and I get 6 and 2/7 as my mixed number. To change that into an improper fraction, I can multiply. 7 times 6 equals 42. And then add on to get the numerator. 42 plus 2 equals 44. My numerator is 44. My denominator stays the same, 44/7. Number 6, 6 and 2/11 minus 5 and 5/11. First, subtract the fractions. 2/11 minus 5/11. My 2 is smaller, so I can't. I'm going to have to subtract from the whole, so minus 11 over 11, and add to the whole, plus 11 over 11, and rewrite the part. 6 minus 1 whole is 5. 2/11 plus 11/11 is 13/11. Subtract 5 and 5/11. Now I can go ahead and subtract my fractions. 13/11 minus 5/11 equals 8/11. And 5 minus 5 equals 0. So my answer is 0 and 8/11, or I could just write 8/11. Now I can't write a mixed number because I don't have more than a whole in the denominator, and I can't write an improper fraction because I don't have a whole at all. So I'm going to skip that part, and let's try number 7. 9 and 4/6 minus 6 and 5/6. Subtract the fractions. 4/6 minus 5/6. 4 is smaller, so I can't. So I need to subtract from the whole. I'm going to subtract the whole 6 over 6, since 6 is my denominator, and add the whole 6 over 6 to the fraction. Rewrite the part. 9 minus 1 whole equals 8, and 4/6 plus 6/6 equals 10/6. Then subtract my number, my mixed number, 6 and 5/6. Subtract the fractions. 10/6 minus 5/6 equals 5/6. And subtract the wholes. 8 minus 6 equals 2. To get a mixed number of 2 and 5/6. To turn that into an improper fraction, first multiply. 6 times 2 equals 12. Add on to the numerator. 12 plus 5 equals 17. So my numerator is 17, and my denominator stays the same. It is 6, and I get 17/6. Number 8, 9 and 8/11 minus 3 and 3/11. First, subtract the fractions. 8/11 minus 3/11. 8 is bigger, so I can get an answer of 5/11. Subtract the wholes. 9 minus 3 equals 6, and I get an answer of 6 and 5/11. Nice and easy when I don't have to regroup. To change that to an improper fraction, I can multiply. 11 times 6 equals 66, and then I add on to the numerator. 66 plus 5 equals 71. My numerator is 71. My denominator is 11. 71/11. Number 9, 6 and 1/12 minus 2 and 8/12. First, subtract the fractions. 1/12 minus 8/12. 1 is smaller, so I can't do that. So I'm going to subtract from the whole. Minus 12 over 12, because 12 is my denominator. And add a whole to the fraction. Then rewrite the part. 6 minus 1 whole would be 5. And 1/12 plus 12/12 equals 13/12. This mixed number stays the same, 2 and 8/12. Then I can subtract my fractions. 13/12 minus 8/12 equals 5/12. And 5 minus 2 equals 3 to get a mixed number of 3 and 5/12. To turn that into an improper fraction, I can multiply. 12 times 3 equals 36, and then add on to get the numerator. 36 plus 5 equals 41. And I get an improper fraction of 41. My denominator stays the same, 12, 41/12. And finally, number 10, 8 and 6/8 minus 2 and 7/8. I'm subtracting, double check my denominators are the same, they are, and subtract the fractions. 6/8 minus 7/8. 6 is smaller, so I can't subtract without regrouping. So I'm going to subtract a whole from the whole of 8, minus 8/8, because 8 is my denominator, and add a whole to the fraction. Then I rewrite the part. 8 minus 1 whole is 7. 6/8 plus 8/8 equals 14/8. My mixed number stays the same, 2 and 7/8. Now I can subtract the fractions. 14/8 minus 7/8 equals 7/8. 7 minus 2 equals 5 to get a mixed number of 5 and 7/8. To make that into an improper fraction, first multiply. 8 times 5 equals 40. Add on to the numerator. 40 plus 7 equals 47. My numerator is 47. My denominator is 8 because it stays the same for an improper fraction of 47/8. Good job, everyone. Let's dance it out.